Hey guys, it's Keshav here from dotdashes, and today I'd like to talk about something that Apple released this past week. It's not actually a device, but it's something else entirely, and I kind of hate this, right? And this is going to be a rant, so before I rant about this, I'd like to say a few things. I actually like Apple products, I love their designs, I love their optimizations and their whole user experience. I've used Apple products before, and I'm not a hater, but I'm just disappointed with the way the company is moving, and here are my thoughts about this one thing that Apple released this past week. So there are a lot of things that I would actually talk about Apple and the way things are going in the company, but today I'm going to talk about one thing in particular. It's a $300 book that Apple made. It's called Designed by Apple, and all it has is photos of Apple products from 1998, the iMac, to the 2015 year with the Apple Pencil. That's all it has. That's all it has. So you guys might be wondering what a $300 product is supposed to mean. It's a book after all, so it must mean something. Well, there's a video that Johny was presenting. I'll leave it in the description below. You can watch it. And basically he says it's a tribute to 20 years of Apple design, and it's a design book that doesn't focus on the engineers and just the products and all that, but I call that BS. Come on, seriously? Are you just gonna go with that? If you wanted to have a tribute to 20 years of Apple design, you better start refining your designs. Your Mac Pro PC, it looks like a trash can, okay? The iPhone has been not changed for like 2 years now, and seriously there have been a lot of design mistakes that you guys have made in the past year. Let's start with the Magic Mouse that I'll just throw right here. Like, who the hell even came up with that charging idea, man? Like, look at it. Seriously? Is that how things are supposed to work? Then look at the Apple Pencil and how it charges with the iPad. That is a disaster waiting to happen. That's a $100 pencil and people could actually break it really easily. And then there's the Apple battery case. That's an iPhone that swallowed an iPod. The worst thing is, you guys repeated the same design this year for the iPhone 7. I don't get it. Can you see that thing is like a huge camel hump? That it's disgusting. That's not how you design a product, Apple. You're not just going the extra mile. So instead of releasing a book for 20 years of Apple design, why not just make something that is well designed? So in Apple's defense, they also have a smaller version of the book for $200, which is still actually really high, and I can't actually justify the price at all. Even considering that it's a design book, there's absolutely nothing you can learn from it. It's kind of like a product catalog that has no description about the products, and most of the products in the catalog you cannot buy or use in 2016. That's how it is. And if you really want to know about design, you could get a better design book with actual words, or if you're not a designer and want to actually know more about the company, you could read something like the Steve Jobs biography, which is actually really good. Like, there are a lot of things about how the company has grown since its inception and how certain products were made. And that thing's $11 for paperback and $20 for hardcover. So if you think about it, you could buy 15 of those books, give it to 14 other people, keep one for yourself, give them the gift of information, and that is if lending a book is too mainstream for you. Seriously, that's how it is. There are a lot of things that you could do for $300. Think about it. You could get an Apple Watch. If you're a really great Apple fan, you could get the Apple Watch Series 2. Like, that thing's freaking expensive. But still, instead of buying a book that just has images, you could just get the Apple Watch. There are a lot of things you could do with $300. Like, right out of my mind, here are a few things that you could do with $300. So you could get a really good Android smartphone for $300. You could buy adapters for your new MacBook Pro 2016 for $300. You could buy like 6 of them, and you could buy a really good pair of Bluetooth headphones for your iPhone 7 because it doesn't have a headphone jack. You could buy some laptops in that price range, Chromebooks and other stuff that you can actually use for schoolwork. There's stuff like a monitor that you could buy for $300 from LG, and it's really good. There are some TVs in that price range that you can actually get. You could actually buy 3 Apple stocks. An Apple stock is $109 at the time I'm shooting this video, so you could basically buy around 3 for $30 more, the $330, and you'll be actually owning a part of the company, and the stock will appreciate in value, and you can sell it off later and actually make some money. So none of this makes sense. See, it's kind of like their whole, I don't get this, right? So they're selling the smaller variant for $200 and they're selling the larger variant for $300. It's kind of like how they're selling their iPhones, right? The smaller one is $100 cheaper. If you want to get the Plus variant, you pay $100 more. And that's how this whole thing's going. If you want more storage, pay $100 more. And if you want a larger book, so now pay $100 more. And that's how it is. That's it, guys. That's all I'm going to talk. Like, seriously, if tell me your views about this whole Apple Designed by Apple book that they did. Do you think it's actually good? Do you think it's bad? Are you guys with me? If you guys are with me, hit the like button. If you guys are not with me and you think that I am wrong, hit the dislike button. Share your views in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.